Morning, afternoon. I need a coffee, I need a coffee. Yeah, just woke up naturally, went to bed fucking about maybe 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, earlier than that, maybe 6, no 7 I think. Yeah, about that. I think maybe because of the mist yesterday, the signal was a bit shit. What's this for, Nat? What is this? What is this for? What is this for? Go away somewhere. Check it out there. I've got to go and look for a fucking black bag. Okay, mate, you take care. Yeah, it's very nice here. It's coffee time without using any gas. Yes. Oh my god. What a fucking morning. What a fucking morning. Not a bad place to wake up in the morning. In the rain, have the door open. In the rain, have the door open. In the rain. Not a bad place to have a coffee in the rain, with the door open. In the rain, in the fucking rain. Look at that. Not a drop of rain in here. Open sesame. Fucking great. Fucking great. There's a spider. Hello, spider. You've got like a green sort of glisten and you're making... What? You're making a web on my leg. Why are you making a web on my leg? Why? I'm gonna break your web from my leg. Sorry, mate. I'm not part of your fucking web. Yes. Right. Whew. I don't know what to do today. Right, I'll do the live for another 10 minutes and I'm going to switch everything off. So the S10 Plus does not like the SIM card. So the S8 is the way forward for the live. It's not as good as the camera on the S10 Plus, but hey hey. Fuck it. Fuck it, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Oh yeah. It's only a spider. Oh, I've got a fucking headache coming. Jesus, I need to take some ibuprofen. Let me look in my first aid kit. That's what I call my jacket. I got this. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Dee dee dee. So I turned the engine on, and the engine was sounding a bit peculiar. So I wonder what it was. What's that? Why is the engine rattling? So I topped the oil up. Still sound the same. Obviously I turned the engine off. Engine still sounded the same. Don't know why. Me? Do I get bored? Do I get bored of my own company in a place like this? How could you get bored in a place like this? I get bored going to the shops. I hate shopping. I hate fucking shopping. I hate it. Tell you what, I'm glad about this tarp setup. I've learnt something. Bow line, high ridge line. I had to keep swinging that carabiner this end. The other end, it just went straight over the bark. I was like throwing it like a girl. Wow. Girls can actually throw better than me. I was throwing it like a non-athlete person. The guy on YouTube just went, look at that, I've done it like a pro. But he's been doing that sort of stuff for years, though, hasn't he? So that's why he's pro. Hello. Hello. Hello, mate. I don't know who's that. D-H. Oh, hello, mate. And I'm playing live. Why not? The S8 is working better. Yeah, it's raining though. Look. It's fine rain. If you're not wearing waterproof, you will get wet. Yeah, see that little rain there? Rain. That's fucking rain, my son. But I'm dry. That's the setup. The tarp. So I've mimicked it so I can have the door open. Yes. Yes, it's not a bad place to make a coffee, even though I'm using a thermos. So I can't be bothered using the gas, and I filled them up yesterday. I filled up how many? 2 Stanleys, 1 thermos by thermos, and 1 generic one from Tesco's that doesn't stay hot that long. Right, I need to extend those legs a bit higher. Let me extend you up because I am going to go and stand by the river and do something which I can't discuss on TikTok because I will get done for breaching TikTok fucking guidelines. Let me just increase the leg size. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful afternoon. Oh, what a beautiful afternoon. It's no longer bloody morning. Yeah. I haven't been wild camping for about maybe 6 months. I've got the whole fucking place to myself. Yes. Until Saturday. Extend it a little bit more. Extend that other leg down. Another leg down. Okay. That could be head height now. I'll make it a bit bigger than this. Yeah, I know. I got flagged for using a fucking axe. I was using an axe to chop like pegs, and they bloody said it was dangerous dangerous working. And you could go into Screwfix and buy a splitting axe, a chopping axe, a saw. They're tools. That's what they're used for, tools. People obviously use... it's bloody horror movies, mate, isn't it? Horror movies. Ah, pen and paper? What are you, John Wick? He killed a man with a fucking pen. Fucking pencil. He killed a man with a fucking pencil. Yeah, I think you're John Wick, mate, that's what it is. Fucking John Wick you are, mate. Fucking John Wick, my son. Normally I do this in a tent, but the beauty of having a tarp is I don't have to sit down in. Yeah, I think your nickname's John Wick. You could kill someone with a pencil. Yeah, you are John Wick. Yeah, you killed it with a fucking pencil. The bubba. Yeah. Oh. Right. Right, I might have to change the mount on here so I can walk you around. I don't like that mount. Not walking around, it's horrible. I'm playing the floor. It's alright standing, but it's not good for... I'll give you a little tour. But I need to wear trousers, so I need to put things in my pockets. Right, I got a story for you. Would you like to hear a story? I got a story. Right, so I'll show you the river first of all. I'll turn you around. Bear with me. I'll tell you the story. Hang on, bear with me. I have to do certain things behind the camera like a fucking criminal, even though I'm not doing anything wrong. Like a fucking criminal. Let me get you somewhere scenic first. A bit quieter as well. So it's actually quieter here. And I'll set the tripod up so it's a bit higher. Bear with me. Sorry, I need somewhere scenic for the story time. So if I just put you up a bit higher. Bastard. Not very professional, but I'm not a professional. And it's quiet here, so you haven't got the sound of the river. Okay mate, wow, that's nice. Drinking coffee, cooking food, pulled pork, I'm still here. Growing old here. You getting old, are you? Oh, you're growing old here. All growing old. What the hell was that? What? I've got to do a fucking puzzle. We have detected, it says we have detected dangerous activity. All I was doing, yeah, was moving the fucking camera. Yeah, I'm 46, mate. Right. Okay, I'll tell you the story. Let me just turn you around and wipe the camera first, because I've got nothing to wipe the fucking camera with. I think I have, yeah. No. You stay there, I'll go and get a paper towel. Dangerous activity. Dangerous. Fucking dangerous activity, Jesus Christ. Got that lens. Turn you around. Not very high, are you? I'll get you a bit higher. You can stand right next to it. There we go. Fucking dangerous activity. There was a, I think it's Billy Connolly is like the dangerous man or whatever, do you know what I mean? Fucking, he's probably based it on me, fucking, like a premonition. Right, story time. Right, so that's a bit shit, isn't it? Bollocks. I hate it when I don't get the perfect shot. But what I like about this bullhead, you can do that. DHMY, are you still there? I've got that story to tell you. A story. It's a story. It's story time. I won't tell the story until I know you're listening, mate. I'll turn you round. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you to do story time. Just waiting for DHMY Productions. Dan, you still there, mate? Welcome, Kiki. Right, yeah, listen. Okay, story time. Right, I didn't want to go and do the story and not there. No, fucking story time. Right. So, behind me, there is Cowslick River. So, the walking path goes up and then goes right, but it's a man-made river, okay? So it's made out of concrete to basically channel that river down to the reservoir, which is coming up all the way down to Cowslick River. And that river, oh no, it's raining, and all the way down to Two Bridges. Okay, so I was hiking up to Bear Down Tor, okay, wearing an army issue jacket which is windproof. I have everything that I need in the pocket. In this pocket I have a set of gloves, and it's fucking raining. Fuck! Let's get under the shade, quick! Nature's tarp. There we go. Nature's tarp is away and away. There we go, we're dry. Anyway, so that's a bit too fucking high, that is. Too high, my son. Let's get back to the story, but I need to get you in sort of that shot there. I'm sort of looking up and looking at the camera, it's not good. I need to stand close to the camera, which is there. Okay, so, fucking hell. It's a bit boggy over here. About, normally it is. Yeah, fucking boggy as shit. Anyway, so, be back. I don't want to be dangerous in front of the camera and get fucking banned again on a live. Right, so I was walking up Cowslick River, which is going up to Bear Down Tor. I'm wearing an MTP jacket, okay, so I have pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, zip pocket, pocket here, zip pocket, pocket here. So it's not raining. Get a better signal, some trees blocking the signal. Yeah, MTP jacket. So I've got a shoulder pocket here, zip pocket here, zip pocket here. Under here is some fleece hand warmers, like not hand warmers, but fleece lined pocket. Stick your hands in there, nice and toasty. Everything you need from a jacket that only costs £25. okay, and it's also a windproof smock, and the way the cotton is woven, when it gets wet it expands, okay, so it has some element of being waterproof, but it will get wet because it's cotton, but it keeps you warm. And when you're out and about up in the moors, it keeps you dry. With a waterproof jacket on the top, zip that up, you're going to be toasty and dry. So in this pocket here I have a set of gloves, okay, so I have nitro gloves, so when I come across some rocks and I don't want to damage my nice gloves, I'll take them out and I'll grip the rocks, because they will rip your digits to shreds, okay. Also in that pocket I have just some Thinsulate generic gloves, okay. In this pocket here I normally keep my GoPro batteries. When I'm hiking, my bottom pockets are obsolete, because when I'm hiking, I'll show you, you have to step up, you have to go uphill, you have to step up on terrain, and when you've got something in your bottom pockets, you are going to hurt your hips, especially all the tendons around this bit here. So these pockets are always empty for when I'm hiking. When I'm around camp, those pockets are full. So on the bottom pocket I have a shemag. In the other pocket I have some morale synthetic down gloves. Also in there I have a pair of army issue Thinsulate leather gloves, so I can use them for scrambling, and only cost me for £10, and they will protect my digits, and also I have tested them, they are clean. Welcome, Will. So I've got this jacket here, these pockets are empty, I've got my Hikerlite pack, okay, and I'm going up to Bear Down. I know it's an incline, so in my bag I have, in the Hikerlite bag, I'll tell you the story before, this is the backstory until I encounter a person, okay, on the way along Slick River. So I'm wearing my MTP trousers. In my trousers I carry one of these. I also carry in my map pocket there at an angle, I carry my 1 meter Insta360 stick. In my left pocket I have generic stuff like vape fluid, lip balm, headache tablets, you know what I mean, and some tissue to wipe the lens for the GoPro, okay. So as I'm hiking up there, I also got some GoPro batteries here. So on this side will be full batteries, on this side will be another bag, freezer bag to put the old batteries in. So basically I'm not taking them off my pack. I'm also wearing a Camelback army issue water bladder, because it's thirsty work going up to Bear Down Tor. There's no water source there. There is, but a bit south. So as I'm walking along the Slick River, we have a couple, an old couple, okay, who are doing a leisurely hike. A leisurely hike, yeah, means, ew, it's getting a bit rainy, let's go back home. Me, yeah, I've hiked all the way from Two Bridges, all the way up through Wistman's Wood, up to the Tor, then I'll turn up. It's fucking raining again. Let's go under this tree. Yeah, so I'm going, saw the couple, okay, so the signal's breaking up again. Just stopped raining. It's like off and on. Let's stop raining again. It's like I will rain, I won't rain. I will rain, I won't rain. So I've gone up to Wistman's Woods, and then I've gone right which is going through an old gunpowder factory to get to the road, to cross, to get up to Bellavatore. I was wearing, okay, when it was wet, Peter Storm Packaway waterproofs, and I got wet, okay, because the fabric leaked from the rain, okay, so I was getting cold. I couldn't stop. I was under Bellavatore and sitting under like a sort of rock to get out of the wind, to get out of the rain, and I sat there going, why are you worried about people scoffing about what you're wearing when you are wet? You can't afford, yeah, Berghaus, you can't afford, I'll come back to the story when I met that couple. I can't afford Craig Hopper. When you sit on these granite rocks, okay, I'll show you. Those granite rocks are sharp as fuck. They will rip through your fabric like anything, okay? Doesn't matter if it's Gore-Tex, doesn't matter if it's abrasion proof, it will rip through material like fucking diamond, alright? And when you sit on a rock to rest, it will rip the fabric and make the Gore-Tex obsolete. Yeah? No, I don't want to cancel the live. Right, so if we come back round, so we carry on with the backstory. So, I'm sitting under the rock going, you are trying to please these complete strangers from wearing a civilian clothing that's not keeping you dry. In your car, you know, and I'm sitting on top under this thing, in the car you've got, yeah, DPM, Gore-Tex, waterproofs. Why are you not wearing them? You're under this crevice and you're worried about other people and you're fucking wet. Yeah? You're wet. You're worried about other people. Where are they? They're not here. You're the only one here. Why are you worried about other people? That's what I was sitting under the rock going, don't you ever do this to yourself again. Problem is, the Solomon split the Gore-Tex lining, so I had wet feet. You could deal with wet feet, but when you've got a cold body here, yeah, there's got moisture coming in all the time, there's no moisture coming out because the fabric has failed, okay? The fabric has failed because the hydrostatic head has gone. The fabric is wet, okay? It's not keeping you dry. You got a risk of hypothermia. In conditions like this, okay, when you get tired, your organs start deteriorating because there's no energy. Your body core is not hot, it's not at that optimum level, and there's a little system in your in your body that regulates your temperature. When it's overstimulated, it will shut down. Then you start getting dangerous, you start going into hypothermia, okay? So I decided when I went for that hike, I am carrying a DPM waterproof clothing. I am wearing my MTP jacket. I don't care about anyone because I'm the one that's going to be in these elements all day, okay? I have used a DPM jacket in the rain in Wiltshire and I was quite happy walking around in the rain. I was dry. My boots were working then. I've got a new pair of boots which are in the car. They're completely waterproof. The outer shell is waterproof. I've reproofed them. They're ready for a rainy hike this week. I'm going for a rainy hike. Today is just a low-key one. I am going to have a campfire under the tarp or maybe over here. I'll come back to the story. Sorry about that, I'm going off on a tangent. But the possibility of having a fire there because of the weather is probably no. So, now you've got a backstory. You've got a backstory, mate, yeah? So, now I don't give a fuck about these leisurely hikers. I don't care about these scoffers. I don't care about these people that go to the two bridges, are going for their 20 to 30 minute hike. My hikes take hours because I get lost. my hikes are at night. I've done a hike up to Bellevator, okay? The fucking signal's cutting out again. That fucking tree. Now it stopped raining. Honestly. It's not insects, it's fucking rain. Fuck it. Right. Back to the story. These people who go for leisurely hikes, who are wearing their Berghaus, their Craig hoppers, okay? A jacket, okay? Jacket, maybe £200, yeah? If you scraze that jacket against one of these rocks, okay? That's a £150 jacket. That jacket is not going to keep you dry. It is going to break the lining, okay? The Craig hopper, once you break that lining, you are not waterproof. You are not protected from the elements, okay? I'm not paying £150 for a fucking jacket that I'm going to ruin. I will cry. Okay? When I set up camp here, over here, it was wet. I was wearing my MTP jacket. I had to take that off and put the DPM jacket on, and I was fine. My temperature was fine, okay? So I set it up. It took a bit longer to set up because it's the first time I've done a bowline hitch. First time I tried to like throw carabiners up, but I did it. That setup is set. It's not going anywhere. I can go out and do my hikes and the pegs are not going to rip out and damage the tent. I have secured the pegs, okay? Alright, so I've got a backstory for you. The backstory's done. I don't give a fuck about these scoffers, these fucking part-time hikers who do not do what I do, okay? Are you ready? Okay, you got it, mate, yeah? Are you still there, mate? Before I carry on meeting the scoffers? Oh, wait. Okay, right. So you got the backstory. So I'm walking up the Calslick River, MTP jacket, DPM in the back, okay? Wearing these trousers, all utility pockets, everything I need to film, going up there. Now I didn't film back then, I only used my camera. So I was walking along and there was a couple and this woman goes, "Ew, are you in the army?" And I went, "No, I'm not in the army because I can't afford a Craig hoppers and I can't afford Berghaus because if I damage those products, they are quite expensive to replace. This is why I wear this jacket, because it's abrasion proof. If it's ruined, because it's only £25, I could buy a new jacket. That's why I don't buy Berghaus or Craig hoppers." And she looked at me and went, "Oh, this is Craig hoppers." And I'm thinking to myself, you're not listening to a word I'm saying. So I cut the conversation and said, "I'll see you later, bye." And I just thought, what a fucking cunt. Do you know what I mean? You looked at me and you scoffed at me, but you ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. That weather is gonna change up there because Bear Down Tor is very high up, and when it rains, it fucking pours, and you are gonna be exposed. Okay? And I'm gonna be dry because I've got a set of DPM waterproofs in my pack because the weather will change, as you've just seen here. It was suddenly dry and then it rained. Then it was dry, then it rained, and that rain will get you wet really quick. That's it, that's the story, the scoffers. I have people scoff at me, for example, yeah, fashionable ain't going to keep you safe, is it? Is it going to keep you safe? No. Yeah, it's like, I'm on top of Bellevator before going, I'm wearing a Packaway's thing. Who are you proving this to? You're wet. You're wet. When I went up to Bear Down Tor, I didn't have a down jacket, yeah? I didn't have a down jacket underneath there. I started to shiver because I was literally cold. I didn't eat anything before I went up there, which is a high fatty meal. I become hypothermic. So when I went up to Sheep's Tor, I ate a beef rolled in cheese. I went up there and it was cold. It was bleak, but I was warm. Well, there you go. Water will get you wet, like wet socks and stuff like that will bring your temperature down. You need to keep your feet dry and your upper body dry. And these scoffers, okay, these scoffers do not do what I do. I, for example, I set up camp. If I bring you around, I set up camp and it was raining, and it was very fine rain. Alright, if I just bring you to, yeah. Lucky I could project my voice, isn't it? If I walk, I don't want to walk through there, so I don't want to like get more mud on my fucking boots. I'm actually wearing Magnum boots, which are waterproof and breathable, leather. So the first thing that I did was set up the line, which is at the top. So on the right is a running bow line, okay. On the left is a fixed bow line, okay. Which is a type of knot which is strong, and you don't have to use like toggles or anything like that. You missed my story. Oh my god, I'm not going to tell me that story there. So I used the carabiner to go under the tree, which is up here. This is the first tree that I done. I couldn't get the carabiner up to that branch, so I had to use two, and I finally did it. And I got it over, so it was heavy, so you need quite a heavy object to go over, and that was the first point of contact. And then I tied it as low as I could, because that will edge its way up, and that'd be a bitch to try to get down. Alright, so that was the first thing that I did. Then I set the tent up, which is here, because obviously depending on what the terrain is like, I wanted to basically set the tarp up so I could sit in the tent and not being closed, and I can just open it up and be dry. I could put completely submerge the tent underneath, but I won't have any workspace, which is over there. I'm going to have a campfire where sort of where you can see that bag dangling there, a little bit further out there, sort of at the end away from, and it'll be a small fire anyway. Very small fire. For example, as in London, I need a drink of water. Let me go and get a drink of water, because my mouth is dry, my son. Alright, let's take you somewhere a bit scenic, but first of all I need to pick up something. Let's take you back over here. Yeah, the thing is, if you don't drink enough water, you're not regulating your circulatory system. You're not helping your body. You're going to get a build out of toxin, So obviously the blood needs to remove all these toxins. Your body's completely sort of repairing itself, and then obviously fighting off bacteria and stuff like that. Fucking hell. Bit dry here. There you go. I'm just going to do something, but I'll still interact. Not a bad place, mate. It's very busy in the summer here. A lot of families come down here. This is my safe haven for a week. I've got to move up to the other campsites there. There's no place to do a tarp, so on Friday I've got to break everything down. No, I don't know who that man is. So where are you at the moment, DHMY? Are you camping at home? On the moon? Hello Nat, you right? Sweden! I'd love to go to Sweden. There's a lot of footage I'd like to film there. Oh my god, I'll be in heaven. I'm here until... No, can you see why now I decided I don't want to leave until Monday? Do you know what I mean? I decided, I thought, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm staying. Because that setup took me fucking hours, mate. Sometimes, if I show you, sometimes I go and stand on that fucking rock, yeah, and look at the river. Are you tenting? How's the weather there? Actually, camping in the woods with a friend and during September until it gets too cold. It's still warm now here. I'm only wearing like how many layers? A base layer, a long sleeve shirt. I tend to use a long sleeve shirt because it helps wick away the moisture and protects my skin from getting, yeah. Not tenting today, but might do that this weekend. Yeah, this is a paid campsite, so I basically only use this place to rest. Today is just sort of a lazy day. I am going to set up a campfire. I might go for a drive, but I do need to sort the car out because it's like a fucking tip, so I just grabbed everything. But everything I need is here. Water, food. So Nat, there's a rock there. I'll demonstrate what I do when I'm here. You've ruined it already? What? How did I ruin it? Right, I'll demonstrate that, what I actually do when I'm not filming myself. So there's a nice river there. I'm chilling out. I'll go and stand on that rock and I'll look at the river. The inside, oh, you ruined it already. I just fucking grabbed it, mate. I'm just so fucking tired yesterday. After setting the tarp, I just had to grab everything and had to be super quiet because I had to be considerate for the other couple camper. Normally I put the radio on, so I had to use global, yeah, on this phone, and the signal was shit. So I just wanted to listen to music, mate, with earphones, and the earphones kept coming up my fucking ears. I'm so used to sitting in the car, listening to the radio and just chilling, yeah, because the radio signal's good. That's why I want to get myself a Roberts DAB radio. Yeah, my partner, I hate the fucking inside of the car. She'll be like, oh, it's such a mess, Carl. I thought you tidied it. I did tell her, don't get used to it being tidy. There's a finite amount of time, because I am going hiking and I'm going to be bringing that shit into the car. When it's raining, I don't think I'm going to care about getting the fucking inside of the footwell dirty. I need to get in and sit down and rest, my son. Not bad, it's dry here under this tree. Look at that. It's fucking raining. It's raining, my son. Now, how's the quality of the audio? Because I'm shouting. I'm shouting like I'm teaching a class of 30 kids, so I can project my voice like an opera singer. Except I'm a lean. Ah, good. Yeah, I'm used to like teaching 30 kids where you have to project your voice so they can all hear you. Like an opera singer, like a singer, they have to learn how to project their voice, because I didn't used to have PA system. Yeah, I have to shout because I can't be bothered to set up the wireless microphone or Boya Lavia mic, because I have to take the phone case off, and I don't like taking the phone case off in case I drop the fucking thing. There's no protection. How's the signal now? Is it a lot better? I think because of the mist yesterday, the phone tower is that direction, and it's got to work through trees and mist and stuff like that. Yeah, it's the mist, like trying to get a phone signal and GPS signal when you're fucking hiking in the mist. It's fucking horrific. It's got to work through the water droplets. Trust me, I've been out hiking in the mist at night, and I done one and I went, fuck this. I fucking went back to the car. I couldn't even see my fucking number plate, which is about the distance of that tree there. I wasn't going to do a live today, but I thought, fuck it, let's fucking do a live. I've already got footage of this place anyway. I've got shitloads of footage here. I will be filming 2 cameras if I can, film a live setting up the portable fire pit underneath. Oh, I need a pool. Pool's coming. I have to go. I'll show you where the toilet is. I've got to go up there, and I've got to climb all the way up there to get to up there. Would you like to see the journey, Nat? Me going up there? Obviously not seeing me fucking defecate. I'll put the camera far away so you don't hear anything. But I'll show you how I do a dig hole, and then I'll move the camera away probably about, how many meters? Probably where the bridge is over there. Yeah, thank you DHMY Prod for like commenting on my videos and stuff. I do appreciate that, mate. I am a bit profane, but for example, when I was at Wolverley Castle, no swearing because there's kids and family. When I've done a particular topic of negative comments. What I like about this type of weather, okay, and the winter, is nobody's fucking here, because people don't like coming out in weather like this. This is my playground. I think I'm going to have a coffee and then probably go for a poo, I think. Yeah, have you got any stories, DHMY? I'll tell you a story. While I move the camera over to here. So, as I sort the tripod out, actually I'm going to put something back first. I'll tell you a story in a minute. You can watch me go on a distant cinematic. Used a GPS in the woods a few years back. Battery died, got lost in the woods for... Yeah. So I can relate to that. So when I was using the OS maps on the S5 in a woodland, which is in Grinstead, I couldn't get out of the woods. I couldn't get out of the woods. Literally the GPS signal was telling me that I'm here and I'm there. Yeah, map and compass now, mate. I have to use a map and compass. When I tried to come off Arms Tor, I couldn't get off it because the terrain was like that. There's hidden potholes, there's like granite block, you're going to twist your fucking ankle, there's got sudden dips. That the main paths in Dartmoor are there for a reason, because the cattle go through there and they create holes or whatever. Yeah, I couldn't get off Arms Tor. And then when I redid that hike, at night I come off using my compass to go south, and the actual the path is not southward at all. It's sort of south east of the Tor. It's sort of if you're looking north, the actual path is right hand side of the Tor. Nowhere on the map it says it's directly south. So I have to use a map and compass. The GPS is sort of a little marker, but a compass is the best thing to use. And obviously if you can navigate stars, and if you can do yeah. What's that? It's a fucking insect. No, it's a butterfly. I got a bit worried. There's an emperor butterfly. Hello. Hello, emperor butterfly. I don't mind you. Yeah. Hello. Nice. Nice. Yeah, mushrooms, yeah. I don't know my fungi, so that was a plan. I'm going to just drop something off. There's a nice emperor butterfly just flying around. Nice. Weather's turned out nice, hasn't it? Happy day. Right, now I've done what I had to do behind the camera. Sun's there, so don't want any sun glare. Right, I'm going to switch over to this. I'm going to just demonstrate. So this is the Alanzi MTP. Yeah, that's sun. Whoa! I'm going in the fucking shade. I can't see the screen. There you go. Problem is I can't see the viewfinder. Oh, nice. So this is the MTP MT44 Alanzi. Okay, I'm going to swap you over to this, but first of all I need to set it up as a tripod. I can't see the viewfinder. Let me go and get my glasses because I can't fucking see, I'm blind. Letter, yeah. That's controversial, the flag one. I'll be back. I can't talk about flags. Right, let's see. Definitely need to wear glasses because I couldn't see the screen from that distance. Right, let's set this up. So I'm going to switch you over to this mount here. Right, I need to take you off here. Switch you around so you're not looking at my mug. I need to take you off the Arco Swiss, and I can't get to the fucking bit at the bottom. Bitch. There we go. Unscrew. That's an Arco Swiss. Put that there so I don't lose it. And then I'll screw you on that. Right. Now I'll set you up. I don't need the tripod on. Look at that. Right, so we need to break that down, so I'm going to film that. So I need to put it in tripod position again. Not very good light there, is there? Right, let's go back to the tent. We have that coffee. There's 2 toilets here that are 24 hours. You've got one in Tavistock, which is by the Guildhall, and you've got one in Postbridge. 24 hours to utilise the toilet. Especially when you finish a hike and it's raining and you're fucking tired. Last thing you want to do is be digging a cat hole in the middle of nowhere. Now, I'll set you up here. I'm not going to sit in the tent, I'll just go and grab. Oh, nice. Have you ever been to the O2, Nat? So I saw quite a lot of people come back late at night. No. Yeah, they had Oasis playing there, didn't they? Oh. Right, I need to sit down, which is on a chopping block. I'm going to grab the other one. Yeah. What a fucking great band. What a great man. Great band, great man. You ain't gonna get another Freddie Mercury again, mate. You're never gonna get another fucking Sting. Never gonna get another David Bowie. Ever. With that distinctive sound. John Lennon. Lewis Capaldi. What a fucking great man who's tormented by his Tourette's. That must be hell. Dangerous activity. All I was doing is adjusting the camera. What, do you think I was driving? Jesus Christ. Won't be doing that again, Nat. No driving on my lives. No driving. Right, coffee time. because I haven't set up any audio, I need to be a bit closer. No, that was a fucking bitch, wasn't it? But I've got loads of driving footage with the GoPro and the Samsung S10 Plus, but mostly GoPro, so stabilisation is amazing. User accounts, user report. Yeah, they've got nothing better to do, have they? Many people out there reporting live creators just to be mean. Yeah, there's a... Yeah, I wanted to showcase my mooring knife and my Laplander saw, backhoe Laplander saw, but I can't do that on a live because it's deemed as dangerous objects, even though I use them as tools. I use them to make kindling and saw through wood. That's it. I haven't. Really, leg in pants. I just put my trousers on. Maybe that's infringing the community guidelines. Even though you got OnlyFans, yeah, wearing lingerie, like showing cleavage and showing basically their vagina, but with a bit of cloth on the top. Do you know what I mean? They're allowed to do it. They're allowed to do something like that. I was just putting a pair of fucking trousers on. You know what I mean? I was not naked. Fucking light's not very good in that position, is it? Not very good light on this camera. Like the... Not very good. Right, so a little tip with one of these. If you put that in first, you're going to create a sediment right at the bottom, and it's a bitch to fucking clean. So you have to put the hot water in first, then you put this in there, otherwise you create a sediment at the bottom, because it's not rolling. It has to be a rolling boil from the kettle so it can mix it up properly. But I don't know, it's a little trick. I haven't dared, nah. So there was an OnlyFans creator on TikTok, and she was interacting. I only stayed on there for about 5 minutes, and she's interacting with the people, and she's telling the guests that she's selling used underwear for a bulk sort of price, yeah. Literally openly saying, yes, what I do is I'll give you for five used underwear for, I don't know, $100. Do you know what I mean? On a live. I was like, Jesus Christ. I don't take vitamins. My diet's fucking terrible, mate. Terrible. Honestly, a doctor will look at me and go, how the fuck are you still alive? Yeah, if your body's not producing its own vitamins and your diet as well, but mostly it's the body converting the food and obviously extracting the vitamins from the food, you know what I mean, the minerals. So obviously, for example, your body produces thiamine, doesn't it? If you don't have the right thiamine glands, then you have to take thiamine tablets for the rest of your life. Same as thiamine is linked with drinking too much alcohol and taking narcotics, because you literally strip the whole of the brain of those chemicals. Yeah, I love vegetables. They are expensive, yeah. Love this cup. Great cup. It doesn't fold down to nothing. I just rather carry it. Especially when it's in the winter and you just hold it when it's literally piping hot to keep your hands warm. £5 from eBay. Yeah, it's a NATO army issue. Osprey. I've got 3 of them. One that comes with the BCB Crusader cook set, and I bought one in the army surplus, and I've got one in my cook system with the jet ball, which sits on top. That's my go-to cup. But is that dangerous activity? Drinking out of a army issue cup? Yeah, take care now. Thank you. Appreciate everything. You should do some lives now, I reckon. You've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to lose. This is off the cuff. I wasn't going to film, but I thought, fuck it. Fuck it, I've got nothing to lose. Let's plug you in, the power. That when I get into the car, I'll charge up the I'll charge the power bank up. Got some GoPro batteries that I need to charge up. Candy. Really? What if I eat that leaf? Oh. What if I eat that leaf? Is that classed as illegal? That's what basically they're comparing it to. Well, you can eat certain leaves, can't you? Eating a pill. Jesus Christ. I just took some ibuprofen, mate. In front of the camera. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous, my son. So, any more stories? I might have a story for you. Yeah, I've got a story for you, but I'll let you go first. Any stories? I do like other people's stories. I had a patient who told me a story of being in Canada, and they got out the kayak on a beachhead, like a little island, and a bear came along. They went, no, we gotta go. They got back in their kayak, they packed everything down, got in a kayak and left. That's a nice story. It's a true story. It's not every day you hear stories like that. I've got a mystery story in Dartmoor. Ah, let me read that. Bring me a bit closer so I can't. Fucking no, that's because people feed them, mate, isn't it? Swans ain't supposed to fucking eat sandwiches. Swans are fucking... And the thing is, they can't process the bread. They fucking eat fucking, like, whatever's in nature, do you know what I mean? Like grass and fucking whatever weed that's in... I don't know. Strange. That's what happens, isn't it? You feed fucking animals, same as fucking pigeons. You know what I mean? They just flock everywhere that people fucking eat, and they just shit everywhere. I hate pigeons. Quite happy about this little seat. Jesus Christ, it's great. This light here is fucking not very good, is it? What about that? It's stopped raining, isn't it? Stopped raining, my son. I'll give it a bit of charge and then I'll go and sit by a river. 46%. And then I'll end the live because I want to go for a drive. Right, I'll tell you a story then. So, what happened was I went from one car park to go directly south towards King's Tor, and I couldn't find a crossing. I eventually did. Got to King's Tor, then the mist came in. I couldn't even see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foot in front of me. That's how misty it was at night. I went off King Tor and then on the main path and then down towards Foggington Tor, and that used to be a railway track. The path was flooded. Remember, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 feet of visibility at night because how dense the mist is. I mean dense, you're literally in a cloud, like a thick cloud. I went right to avoid the path, okay, then I looked down and there's a big drop. Remember, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 feet of visibility, okay. So I was like, how the fuck do I get back on that path because it's flooded and there's no other way to get on that path? So what I had to do is go, like, purposely go left, eventually got onto the path and avoid going right because avoid all the paths because basically those paths are leading on to old quarries which the military used to abseil and rock climb. So next day I was at the car park just chilling, listened to radio at Yellowmead car park which leads on to Foggington Tor, and a family went in and I saw the mist literally come over the hills like a blanket, and I went up to them. I said, look, I don't mean to like scare you, and they didn't have any head torches, they had no light. I said, sorry to scare you, but that mist is coming in and it's actually starting to get dark. I was in that mist last night and I'll just be careful. They didn't listen to me. Yeah, I done the misty hike because it was so dangerous up to Cox Tor, and I went, oh, I can't do it. So I discontinued, went back to the car, so it was thick mist. Then I went back the next day during the day and walked in the mist. And you watch literally as I come up to Great Links Tor, yeah, and normally during the day you look north and you can see Rouge Tor, but literally you couldn't see anything, and I saw literally a mist open, I could see the Tor, and I just used the compass to go north and went there. And then obviously as I got to Rouge Tor, the mist came in, you couldn't see Great Staple Tour, and then I just use the compass to go south. That's when you need a compass, mate. It's fucking dangerous. Dangerous as fuck. In the mist, yeah, and there's no fucking phone signal. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do something obscene, so I've got to take that off the... Let's take that down there, and again, that's it. I don't want that going on the floor. I'm going to switch you around. Yeah, but the thing is, I was safe, so I didn't take any chances, you know what I mean? Just need to grab something, you stay there. Hang on, I've got to go in the shade so I can read what you're saying. White inmost, TikTok, removed, word, missed. Yeah, I know. That's auto correct, isn't it? Right, I'm going to stand behind the camera, so I'm going to do something obscene while you have a look at the river. Don't go any higher than that. This is on the MTP it's a little bit I'm not happy with the placement now. Probably there, a bit more flatter. There we go. I'm happy with that. I can't see the screen. But I'm happy with that. And then turn. And you can look at that while I do something behind the camera. Talk about Sweden, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued with the landscapes. I'd like to go to Snowdonia, but I wouldn't want to go in this type of weather, so it'd be horrific. Yeah, I was driving in the fog and I've got literally the cops tour. I went, fuck this, I'm parking up. Wait for the fog to fucking... I couldn't see anything. There's like cattle and sheep in the road, and I was like, I'm driving so slow. The car's not liking it because obviously you're not going to get momentum trying to get up the hill. So I just went into the car park and just stayed there for an hour for the fog to lift. It's fucking dangerous, mate. You can't see, then you might as well park up. So you're going to have a fucking accident, especially with cattle. Sheep, Highland cows, horses. Yeah, I've seen some pictures online. I'll tell you what, I'd be in heaven if I went to Sweden. I know a guy who I won't name names, went to a particular place and he didn't film the place. I thought, why not? You're in a very historical place, it's very beautiful, why are you not filming it? Might as well, you've got nothing to lose. I didn't film a particular meal which is in Winchester because I just wanted to look at it, do you know what I mean? I even said to my partner, notice I didn't film because I just want to take it in. So I looked at the river, it's the river Itchen, and obviously the mill's on top of the actual river, and they manipulated it so obviously the water flow comes down the chute where the mill is, and that's where they ground all the wheat. And that was quite nice, just to like look at something and not film. Like for example, when I shut this camera down after filming this live, I'm just going to basically listen to the radio, have another coffee, and then probably go back to the car. And go for a drive. And I'm not going to film that because I've already filmed it. Sometimes it's just listening to the radio. I absolutely love music, especially the music that's coming out now. Really good songwriting. It's a mixture because basically here is basically somewhere to sleep. For example, when I finish this live, I need to go up there. Do you want me to show you? I'll show you. I'll show you where I have to go. It might be a bit choppy. So basically, if I need to dig a cat hole, there's not much room over there. So this way, I might end up cutting out, so sorry about that. So I have to walk this way. Alright, I do need to do, I'm not going to climb up there, so I need to do my boots up properly. And then I have to climb up there. And I need to work my way up to there, climb over the fence, dig a poo hole, and then cover it up, leave no trace. This is a paid campsite, mate. Some people go over there, and they camp over there. They go over the stones. I can't get over the stones, I fell in the river last time. I don't have long legs, like stilts. I listen to the global player. I do want to buy myself a Roberts DAB mini radio, just so I'm at camp, then I could switch off my phone completely then. I don't, this is off the cuff, like filming live, but most of the time I turn off all my electronics. The only thing I do is film, but sometimes I don't even film. Sometimes I have my MP3 player on, and as I'm breaking down camp, I'll listen to Hillsong Worship. I'm not a Christian, but I just like their music. I had a good spot here. I love this tripod. I love this piece of kit. Fucking hell, so versatile. But I do not want to leave this on its own, so it will fall over. There we go. We found a happy, easy place. Yeah, I use the car as well because it's car camping, but I tend to go and visit places in Dartmoor. Do you know what I mean? The whole purpose of me being in Dartmoor is to see unique places. I'm going to get bored staying here. Do you know what I mean? This is just a place to sleep, get up, sort of slowly let my brain wake up, listen to the sound of the river while I'm getting up, put the radio on the global player, which is on this Samsung S8. Yeah, I just love music, mate. I love music. Music for me is the most important part of my life. Without music, I don't think I could have got out of a very dark place. I was in a really fucking dark place. So today is like a victory for me. I can't discuss what it is. Not on social media. I've done nothing wrong. It was all out of my control. I couldn't go out anywhere. I had to keep checking my phone. Now my phone is only on to film like this live. Now I've got my freedom back. That's all I can say. I've got my freedom back, and I've got all this. The whole place is to my fucking self. This is why I'm so happy. Yeah. My song is Lewis Capaldi, Survive, because of the thing that I've had to overcome, keep myself positive, and that is a song that has literally got right into my soul. When I first heard it, I cried. Another one by Youngblood, which is Zombie, made me cry when I first heard it. As I come into Dartmoor, I was listening to the music that's on my playlist. I was getting a bit bored of the radio. It's mostly advertisement and it's repeating songs again and again. So I was listening as I drove off from Bridport. Objects in His Rearview Mirror by Meatloaf. I was singing it on the way out. This kid looked at me as I was singing, and I was just singing, objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are, as I was like driving off. And this kid looked at me like, what the fuck? And I was in such a high because I knew I was at Bridport and I had another like maybe 100 miles to go. And as I come into Tavistock, got everything ready, I had to get changed, put all my base layers on in the toilet because for a long drive I get a bit uncomfortable after a bit. Normally I just wear like some bamboo sort of like style short like underwear, which is more comfortable. That song is for his grandmother. That was like a sort of, not love, yeah, like a love letter, not like a, in that way, but like a little letter to say goodbye to his grandmother. His grandmother and him are so close. That's probably why it resonates so much, because he wrote it from the heart. But it's an old song that he wrote ages ago, and he's just released it. I like Ren as well. Ren's quite good. But if you get a chance, try to watch Moving On Up Now, Let the Light Shine On. Youngblood sings that. Oh my god, he fucking hits those notes fucking perfectly. If you get a chance, a band called King Vagabond does a lovely ambient fantasy version of Take On Me by Aha. And I had, because of my FYP, they send me loads of music because I love music, and that's what I mostly search for my videos. Only music that I like, and the full version is like, oh my god, it's like being taken to another world. That's King Vagabond, Aha. Not Take On Me, sorry. King Vagabond, Take On Me. Loving this selfie stick. Absolutely brilliant. No, it's King Vagabond, Take On Me. Originally by Aha. Even though he's gay, I don't care. He's got a voice like a fucking angel. Doesn't matter about his sexuality or gender. What an amazing fucking voice. Elton John. What an amazing human being. He's helped loads of people get over their addictions because they could have died. Robbie Williams. He put him into, Elton John put him into a clinic because he was going to die. So he was drinking excessively. Yeah, perfect. It's a great song. It made, oh my god, when it first came out with just the clips, I couldn't wait. And I've used that song so many times on my videos because it's got to be a picturesque sort of thing. That I mean, but if it's not all of it is, but I normally do like a 2 second sort of clips, and I make it into a compilation. Exactly. Boy George. Without someone like Boy George, who was openly gay back in the 80s, it helped people come out. These people made a difference, but the problem is now a heterosexual male, yeah, is looked down upon. They are classed as misogynist for some fucking reason because they want a weak fucking male. You don't want a weak male when it comes to protecting you, or who has good integrity, because the ones that tell you what you want to hear are not real men. Doesn't matter about your sexuality. If you have good integrity, it doesn't matter. But some people are fucking corrupt. Some people don't like me because I'm not corrupt. And if I see something fucking obscene, I will say what I need to say. I made a promise to myself years ago. So I used to teach English as second language. I taught kindergarten for 1 year, then I went up to the older ones, which are ranging from 16 to 18 for a year, and back to kindergarten because obviously the teachers there are corrupt. And back to kindergarten. So one day I was marking books and they got a black child in one of the classes. Must be about 6 years old. He's a little bit cheeky, but I've taught him before, he's fine. He's just got to set some boundaries, and he actually behaves. So I'm marking some books. So there's a little hallway that links the other classrooms, which is not the main walkway. It's another sort of the other side of the classrooms, which they use for the kids to sleep or activities. So I was marking the books, and one of the teachers was walking this black child as a punishment with a white rope which they use for scouts round his neck and walking him like a dog. I looked up and I couldn't believe my eyes. That night I could not sleep. That night I told myself, don't you ever let that happen again. The next day I went up to my coordinator and voiced my opinion and said, this is not on. If I see this again, I am going to take the noose off the child. I'll gently pull the child into a safe place, and I'll report that teacher and I'll tell them, do not do that again. And I made that very clear. The next day I come into work. As I come in, obviously before the flag raise, all the Thai teachers are looking at me as if I was the bad man because I voiced my opinion. I promised myself not to let anything like that happen again, and I have done that. I work where I work, and I voiced my opinion about something that's wrong, and I was penalised, but I don't care. I will stand up for injustice like that. I have said face to face to a member of staff, if I see you do neglect again, I will do an instant form with your name on it for neglect. When he put me in the same way, put me in harm's way because of his behaviour, I said, if you ever put me or others in a dangerous situation because of your behaviour, I would do an instant form with your name on it. And I was penalised for it. And I caused myself to have a reputation. So I'm coming out of the rain, going back under the top. People were scared of me because of my opinion, as in, oh, we've got to be careful around Carl because he might report me. I'll only report if something is really bad. I mean bad. I can't give you examples because I can't because of the field of work that I work in. Right, I need to go and get another coffee from the tent. It's a bit of a mess in there. I need to tidy it up before I leave. I've only just got up. Look, a messy tent. Right, let's go and get some coffee. I'm moving on up now. Let my love shine on. Let my love shine on. Yeah. But people having a live talking about the drama didn't dare to bring me up in the box as a guest. I would. I've just had a TikTok drama. People went against me because of one person making stuff up. That's fucking horrible, mate. Yeah, but the thing is, I'll give you an example, yeah? I'll face the camera. 1 second. I can't do something on fucking camera, which is legal. It's fucking frowned upon. So anything that you put in your mouth that's not food, you're not allowed to do. Innocent drama since Tuesday last week. That's fucking horrible, mate. I can't just... Did you see my video about people need to treat each other better and stop being cunts? You know what I mean? You see that video? That was just a long video. That was having a rant because certain people are mistreating me. I know, some people are just full of fucking hate. Do you know what I mean? Life is too short. The problem is, yeah, when you are in that frame set, it's actually raining now. That's why I come under the tarp. This is why I've got this set up, mate. Look at that. I'll tell you what, it was worth the effort. It was worth the physical work because I don't. The last time I camped, wild camp, was 6 months ago, mate. I don't have a chance to practice on tarps. You know what I mean? The guidelines didn't take that long actually. Normally, they take longer, but because I told myself to stop fucking taking breaks, just get on with it. The corners have got more robust carabiners, and obviously the ridge line, which is on the end, has got more robust carabiners, which I got from Screwfix, which is a where tradesmen go, but they're actually a lot stronger. Obviously I can't afford to buy climbing carabiners because they're fucking expensive. Yeah, it's quite a recent one. The only word to describe these people are cunts. Now my last one. Yeah. So I had a work colleague who had bowel cancer, yeah. When he had the chemo treatment and all that stuff, you know what I mean? And when I was told by a work colleague that he is definitely going to die, and the question that I had to myself, why him? He's got children, he's got a wife, he's got so much to live for. Why him? And that was the only question I asked. Why? Why him? Why? I liked him as well. And when I got home, my phone was switched off and I burst into tears for 20 minutes. I cried for 20 minutes. It's such a shame. I cried. And now, that particular time, it was pissing down with rain, it's stormy here. I said, I don't want to go to Dartmoor, it's fucking raining. Then I decided I am going to have a rainy camp in Dartmoor. And I did it because of him passing. Life is too short. Originally when I set this set up before, I didn't reinforce the corners, so if I show you, shall I show you the top? Do you want to have a look? Fucking love this piece of kit. I'll just turn you around. I'll show you the top. Alright, might as well. Right, so on the ridge line, up the top, I'll show you if I'd extend you a little bit. Up the top here, there. When I was last here, when I come back from camp, the actual carabiner opened up like this, and now that has to be there. That is a robust, that can take quite a lot of force before it opens up. In the corner here, I need to buy some more to replace all of them. I need to get a screw fix at some point this week, or maybe today actually. I'll go to screw fix and get some more of these. These are okay in the woods, for example. That's the original one. These don't take a lot of force, so I'm going to replace. I'll go to screw fix today and get some more. It won't take long to reinforce that. All I have to do is just this is a taut line hitch, which is a quick release knot. I like to protect the tabs, so those tabs there have carabiners on there. So basically, to stop these tabs here, if you have paracord coming through there, it's going to wear away the material. So it's physics. I'll reinforce them there. I will get some more blocks, but they're mainly on the corner. So basically, the peg that's in there, I'll show you what type of peg it is. It's like a blade basically, and they bite into the ground better. That one is to basically reinforce that bit there, the middle one, and the corner. Because when I was camping one time, I'll show you. So I had a campfire which was in this position, and this corner, and that corner, and that ripped out the ground, and there was a fire underneath. And this paracord, I tried to all these paracord, all these lines entwined in each other. There's a rip which is there, which I've patched up with some Gorilla Tape. The actual peg went in there. Just imagine the peg going into your eye or something like that. As I was doing the guy ropes, one of the guy ropes, because the actual tarp was flapping in the wind, it was very windy, and it wrapped around my finger, and I said, stop. It's a plastic sheet. I stopped, put everything down, because I panicked, because this was attached to here. I said, take all these off and hank them off. I took them all off, hanked them all back up again, and re-pegged the whole thing out while there was a fire underneath there. This is why I reinforce it with blocks there, and I changed the blades. But the knots themselves, I'll tell you what, they don't fucking budge. Taut line hitch. I've got a taut line hitch here. That is an adjustable knot. So this side here, now I use the side here, that when it's windy, because of the way that I've done this, the force is not going to be so much on the corner. There's a lot of force going through that corner, so I reinforce it there. What you can do, if you wanted to, you can reinforce that bit there by putting another bit of guy rope to go around there if it's that windy, to just take some of the force off. Do you know what I mean? And then you could put like the line going across there if you really want to reinforce that again, and put another guy rope there, sort of down there around the tree, taut line hitch if it's that windy. There you go. That's just learning from my mistakes, do you know what I mean? Because I don't know anything. I know something called a fisherman knot, which basically brings two lines together, which I had to extend the paracord. Not a bad setup, yeah? Now it's dry again. That type of rain just gets you wet. Love this tripod, oh my god. The other tripod, I've got the power bank on, so I want it off the ground. Yeah, thanks for being so long on my live. Yeah, it's that fine rain, it just fucking gets you saturated. If you're not wearing the right gear, you're just gonna get fucking wet. This is all drying, look, that's dry. That's dry. That is DPM. So that's DPM, that's MTP, but this is Gore-Tex. This is the jacket to wear. This is the jacket to wear, and they're all dry. All dry under the tarp, no effort. No effort at all. These have got to go back to the car, or to carry equipment back to the car. This is all off the ground. That's just food. I don't care about that. Tent's a mess, but I'll tidy that up because I need to take some stuff out, put them in there and go back to the car to charge some bits and pieces up. Yeah, I'm not going to argue. I had someone talk about immigration. I said I'm not going to talk about immigration. Because the history of immigration goes back fucking thousands and thousands of years. That's how we are as a human race. Deforestation is through immigration. Deserts is through inappropriate farming. Or just natural. But humans speed it up a bit quicker. So I'm just getting some ibuprofen, but I can't do it in front of the camera, as you said. I might get flagged up. What is that for? Oh, bollocks. Oh, Jesus Christ, just to get ibuprofen, one of them fell in the pocket. No. I've done a driving live, yeah? And I got a fucking ban because of it. It's dangerous. But I had the phone on a mount. I wasn't holding it. I didn't touch the camera while I was driving. It was on a mount. And I've got a lot of driving footage with the GoPro. More of the GoPro. It's on a mount. I'm not touching it. And the GoPro's voice commands as well. So I could change, like, I could stop and start it. I can change the settings. You have to set the settings. For example, when you're driving, it has to be a speed lap, because you can't do it on a time lapse. It's to do with the shutter speed. But I've got loads of driving footage. But I'm not touching the camera. So when you're driving, you can't. It's fucking dangerous. Unless you get a cameraman to do it for you. I'm just going to invite. I'm just sharing. Share. I won't be doing that too many lives. This week. I'll just share again. Brent Morgan. I'd love Brent Morgan to. That's another one. If you ever get a chance, look at To Be a Man remix. And basically, I think 7 minutes into the video, there's a woman who sings, "I'm sorry, I never knew what you go through," and she goes, "Don't give up, you're worth it," and just made me cry. Oh my god, what a great fucking song. What a great artist to collaborate with other people who basically he puts like a track up and you have to put your own sort of, you have to write your own sort of lyrics. I'll tell you what a great man. Yeah, I'm still here, mate. I'm just gonna do something and then switch the camera around. Copyright infringement. You're breaking the community guidelines. You're doing dangerous work. No. I'm gonna flip the camera around. I've got to be quite close because obviously the sound of the river. And if I just turn you slightly that way or that way. I wanted to sit by the river, mate, but it's fucking raining, you know what I mean? Let's make this coffee and then see if I can sit somewhere by the river. But I don't want to get wet. Do you do live videos at all? You said you did do live video, didn't you? I don't know what I'm fucking doing, mate, really. Oh, it's not really camping, I'm using a thermos. You utilise whatever is available so it saves fuel. I filled these up yesterday at 6 o'clock in the morning. Still maybe about 50 degrees? No, that's 60 degrees I think. Yeah, you won't get a signal in the woods though. Unless you've got a phone tower next to you. Unless you, I think you can stream. So you can make a pre-made video and use that to stream. Some people do that, don't they, for gaming. Yeah, I went to a place called Hatchett's Pond, but there's no phone signal. Literally, it was a waste of time. Welcome, Payu. Welcome. Do you have a YouTube channel at all? I tell you what, if anyone come onto the campsite, mate, they'll be thinking that fucking guy's a madman. You know what I mean? He's fucking talking to himself. He's fucking talking to himself. He's a fucking madman. Sometimes I am talking to myself because I didn't press record. And the thing is, when you get that moment in time, that sort of thought and that sort of moment, you can't really recreate it. It's not the fucking same. Yeah, I don't really get much on YouTube because I mostly interact on TikTok now. I've got like shitloads of videos to publish, you know what I mean? But I bulk upload everything and then I just delete the files. So I've got too much fucking footage. I deleted everything off an external hard drive of time in Dartmoor, but I've already uploaded it to YouTube. So I use YouTube as a video archive. So sometimes if I want somewhere scenic for video, so I've filmed quite a lot of footage around here along the river with a GoPro. I've got some Lake District footage which I recycle and use on an ambient song, and I just use YouTube to, I type it in. I didn't used to label them properly, so it's hard, so I've had to go through with my PC and put them under a certain, I can't remember what we call it, unlisted. So I put all the files that have not got any names on there, put it unlisted, so I can go in there and just publish them and sort of guess what it is. Because the amount of footage that I've got, I'm like, okay, what location is that? Where was that? What date was that? So I have to go by the date it was I uploaded it. Now, for example, when I went to Oxford, I type in Oxford and the date, so at least I know what the date is and where the location is. London, for example, and then I'll create a playlist when I start publishing them. But I ain't got time to publish them, I just film. Just so it's going to be a lazy one today. Any questions? As long as it's not about religion, politics, or race, or gender, which I will not answer, which is none of my business. Yeah, but it's not gone up that much. I've got more followers on here, and I love TikTok because of the templates and stuff like that, like the cinematic templates. I like the music templates, so obviously you could put whatever you want to film, whatever you filmed, and then and then obviously the words come up. I love that. Yeah, thanks for the follow, mate. I won't be doing that I won't be doing that many lives here, but because I've got a lazy one today, because of the weather, and I'm sort of climatising myself here as well. So I'm only wearing this at the moment, but I basically am just climatising myself to the weather. So when I go hiking tomorrow, acclimatise myself to the environment. Yeah, I did have one go viral on here, which is a controversial video about a sign saying if the dogs upset the cattle, they will be shot. And that's got 86,000 views. Not 8,600, 86,000 views. And it's a 32-second clip. All it is like, oh, this is weird, I've never seen this before. Oh, okay, fair enough. And it went on. And it's caused such controversy on that particular topic. But the thing is, a good dog owner has control over that animal. Yeah, there's a lot of hate on there. A lot of hate. I refuse to like interact on the comments. I just didn't answer any comments because it's such a controversial bloody. One person was quite nasty. Oh, you're fucking stupid. I went, you didn't watch the video, mate. You didn't take the context of the information. Oh, what's this? That's interesting. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that one's 86,000, mate. Fucking hell. That was just a random thing I saw while I was hiking. That was before I bought a GoPro, actually. I love the GoPro, being on the chestnut there and just film. I do that when I'm holding hands with my partner walking through London. Then I spotted that giant. Oh my god. I went, you need to film me. Oh my god. I love that giant, and she really got me. She really filmed me in such a cinematic, especially going around the back foot, the front foot, and then me coming off. Oh my god, it was magic. What perfect footage. You can't mimic that with a tripod. You can't, there's no way you can do it. Not just sort of come round like that. What was that? Got the video on TikTok, 2.5 million views now, but the TikTok has flagged it when posted not okay for FIP. It's probably gone past the algorithm, I think. 2.5 million, that's amazing. What was the video about? Could you send me the on the DM, could you send me the link so I can watch it? Oh yeah. I've seen that one, yeah. That's a bit similar to Dax, isn't it? Dax done that with one of NMN. I can't even fucking say. Fucking Eminem. Yeah, he done like a version of that. One of Eminem's songs. He's a great artist, Eminem. He had a lot of fucking backlash, like from a lot of haters. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I had to stop watching his I had to stop listening to his stuff. Like one of his albums was so fucking dark, I was like, I can't listen to this shit anymore. His stuff was getting darker and darker, like especially the Ken Air. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck me, this has put me in a dark place. I stopped listening to it. I like Ren's Bittersweet Harmony, actually, it's quite a good one. Yeah. But I got more exposure on TikTok than YouTube. But it's just an app, mate. It's a media app. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When I switch off this live, which I will do soon, sorry about that, but nature calls, I need to go and utilise the nature's toilet, because I will poo myself. That coffee went down fucking nicely. That was a lovely coffee, that was. Right. Have you got any questions? Let's go take you by the river, make it more cinematic. Why the fuck not? Don't fall on the floor, you bastard. Oh, that's the fucking lead. Come on, just stay there, don't fall on the floor. That's it, stay there. Right, come with me. Come with me. Let's turn you into a selfie stick without taking the tripod off. Good. The only way I'm going to test equipment is to fucking use it, you know what I mean? That's it. Cinematic. You look that way while I do something. Right, let's go and find a rock. I don't want to walk that way. Let's go and find a rock to sit on, or something to sit on that's not wet and saturated. Actually, shall we go sit the other side? There's a little block I could sit on over there. Actually, I'm going to change the view so you can actually see the Clappers Ridge, and then we'll end the live there. Nice cinematic shot as I finish the live. How can you not like this place, mate? Come on. This gets very icy in the winter. There's a nice block there I could sit on. So we have a little tour, see what else I can sit on. Now that headache's fucking not clearing that well. That's a nice well built fire pit there. I might use those coals. I like doing that, stealing the coals, because at the end of the day I put them on the bottom, they're going to be used. Is there anything down there for me to sit on? Not really. Someone's tried burning that. That's not going to burn, mate, honestly. Just, you might as well give up, unless you've got roaring fucking embers underneath. Right, so we're going to sit over here so it's not raining, and then I'll need to start leaving. There's my car there. Look at that, car's right there. Campsite's just there. You can't fucking go wrong with that. I'll sit on that. That's quite dry. Right. So, if we leave it with a question, because obviously I've got a cinematic sort of thing behind me. Ask me a question before I leave. Any question, as long as it doesn't hit those particular topics I mentioned. No question. Right, my idea of wild camping is to listen to stuff like that. Quiet, scenic, not in a field with loads of screaming kids. I don't believe in spirits, no. I've never seen a ghost. I only see what I see. I only believe in what I see with my eyes and my senses. So I went to Lidford Castle, which is an old prison, which is in Lidford. Nothing. This is at night. I do a lot of night hiking. I've never come across any spirits at all. I don't know how to fish, but if I learn that, you'll never see me. I'll be out fucking fishing all the time. So I'll do a little walk and talk. Yeah, I haven't got the equipment, so if I was going to do fishing, then I need to buy the equipment. You know what I mean? Nice rod. I'll need to learn how to fish. So it's not just fishing, isn't it? It's a skill, it's knowledge. Yeah, some people know what they're doing through experience, you know what I mean? Because obviously they know where the fish are going to be. There's a bit of knowledge and a bit of science behind it, do you know what I mean? So you need to know where the fish are. But look at these mass, like, fishermen who catch spider crabs. They have a certain quota that they have to fill. And the thing is, they know where to fish, they've got certain equipment to let that happen. 15%. Because they have a quota, because obviously they got certain things to pay for, do you know what I mean? They've got to pay the staff, they've got to pay the people above them. So sometimes they don't get the quota that they need, because obviously they need to go to the places that they can get the spider crabs from. So we're ending the live for just to go for a walk. Also, because you've been laying down in the tent for a long period of time, it's good to move around, get all those synovial fluids moving within the joints and the muscles stretched out. Not a bad place to sort of do a little walk and talk. There's a nice fire pit there. I've got some embers in there, not embers but coals in there which I can utilise, which I can put on the bottom of the fire pit. They are going to be wet, but they will dry out. Right, I'm going to finish that live because nature calls and I need to go and I want to listen to the radio. Thank you very much, mate, for joining my live. I'll see you later. Bye bye. See ya. I'll end it. Yeah, see you later, mate. Bye.